working on the railroad all the livelong day.
So, plans for the new layout. I would like to do modules 2 feet by 4 feet, if at all possible, because I'm working in HO scale. I'm not sure how much room I'm going to have on that size, but we'll see. And I would like to design my rail yard and the train station like the ones in Fredericton, New Brunswick, where I grew up. And also probably an era of around 1950. Okay, so this is an old map of the city of Fredericton. And all this area here is like the downtown area. And it's built on a river, the St. John River up here. And this here is the railway bridge. And the train station is here. Now, the station house is here, but this is all train yard. And there were a lot of tracks in there. I can't really remember how many tracks were in there, but it seems to me there were a lot, but maybe that's just because I was a kid. I don't know. But I can't seem to find any pictures of those tracks that were in here. I'm going to have to keep digging, but there must be pictures of it somewhere. And all of that now is walking trails. And this here was, or is, a cemetery. I think it probably was built on the edge of the city when it was first built. But of course the city grew up around it. And Needham Street right here, that's where I grew up, right there. So it's pretty close to the railway tracks. And there's a bunch of other interesting buildings. There's military buildings up here, Officer Square, City Hall, and the Parliament buildings. But of course, I'm not going to be able to get all that in my layout. It's not going to be wide enough. I might perhaps put pieces of it in different areas. I don't know, but right now I'm going to try to concentrate on that train station and the railway yard. So this is a photo of the Fredericton railway station. It's no longer a railway station, and all the tracks have been ripped out and they're now walking trails apparently. It was built in 1923. It replaced the original train station, which was known as Union Station. So passenger train service was discontinued in the 1960s, and the York Street train station predominantly functioned as a freight service. The CPR ended its remaining operations in the building in 1990. When the train service stopped, the station closed down and was abandoned in 1993 and just fell into disarray. However, the Federal Heritage Railway Station Protection Act of 1985 prevented it from being demolished. It started to slowly just disintegrate. I'm telling you, when I saw these pictures, it just broke my heart. Just could not believe how I don't know. I don't even have any words. So by 2009, the building was in pretty bad shape, and wasn't much left to it. So the station was owned by J.D. Irving, and there were several groups interested in restoring the station, but nothing seemed to ever get done. And eventually a new group, the Fredericton Friends of the Railway, which was formed in 2004, got involved, and eventually they did get things moving with the help of a lot of different people, groups, newspapers, concerned citizens, you name it. It was estimated it was going to cost about $2 million to refurbish the building. And eventually work began at the end of 2009. This was the freight shed, which was built on the end of the train station. I'm not exactly sure when it was built, but it was built after the train station. So it was kind of interesting because I didn't really pay too much attention to that. Anyway, it's nice to have those pictures because they're going to help me with my layout a great deal. So this is just a bit of trivia. Princess Elizabeth, well, Queen Elizabeth, but she was Princess Elizabeth at that time, did pay a visit to Fredericton, New Brunswick, and arrived at the Fredericton station. So I just stuck that in there as a point of interest. So this is kind of interesting because you can see that there is another building on the other side of the tracks from where the train station is. And I'm not too sure what that building is, so that's something I'm going to need to investigate. It must have been part of the train yard, but I'm just not sure what it was. So this is just another picture that shows the tracks and how they came down to the train station, which is another piece of interesting information for me when I'm trying to design my layout. And this is the feed mill beside the railway station, which I had totally forgotten about till I saw the picture. And then I remembered, oh yeah, that was there. So I guess I'll try to put that on my layout too. I actually walked by that every day that I went to school when I was going to junior high. I had to walk up York Street Hill to the school, and I went by the train station and that feed mill every day. And across the street there, you can see a big building over there. That was the shoe factory. That's it for now. Thanks for stopping by, and have a great day, everyone.